let's look at creation. For example, here on Earth, nature. And let's ask one simple question. What happens to a living being, like an animal, when it's not capable of taking care of itself, or when it's not capable of adapting to nature and finding solutions to survive in nature? What happens to such an animal? Because this simple example shows us a little glimpse into the bigger picture of the whole endlessness of existence. Because not one teensiest of being, living being, in all of existence, in all the universe, is without purpose. Just sitting around doing nothing. Even the smallest and teensiest of living being has almost, want to use the word, has a responsibility to evolve, explore, and experience, and more than anything, enjoy creation. So it comes down to taking responsibility for your beingness. And looking at nature, it's simple to look and see what happens to beings that's not capable of living up to that, let's call it responsibility, to evolve, explore, and experience and enjoy creation. It's a simple answer. So, even a teensiest of essence, if it has no purpose, the universe will simply inhale that essence back into its whole, because there's no purpose. So the essence, it's possible that you can say, will cease to exist, because there's no experience there. There's no purpose. So let's take this example and apply it to another being that's on the planet. And we call it human. Because if the example is so simple and it's easy to understand, and this is where we live, how is it possible that the human, the one that's supposed to be the intelligent one, how is it possible that the human walks around, especially in these times, saying, I'm going to be saved, I'm going to be saved? A being is going to come down on a cloud, is going to come save me, and then I'm getting a mansion in this perfect place. And what next? Everyone's just going to run around happy, rainbows, marshmallows, jelly tots. It's just this perfect place. Because I can use many examples where we, for example, take children in a kindergarten. What happens to children if you just let them play and play and play? There's no responsibility. There's no growth. There's no form of experience. They're just running around playing, eating sweets and cake. What's going to happen to these children? How are their lives going to turn out when they turn into adults, grown-up individuals? They're not going to have very high-quality lives. Not even close. So, how is it possible that the human, the intelligent one, can walk around on the planet right now during these challenging times, and instead of saying, this is my beingness, this is my essence, this is my soul, I am inhabiting this physical form, I need to take responsibility? Which means, if I end up in a difficult situation, It's not running, falling down on my knees, repeat a few pretty words like a parrot, and now suddenly I'm saved. I'm giving my heart to another being. 1, 2, 3, everything is fine. How is it possible that the human, the intelligent human, when all of existence and even the nature, the animals in nature, even the insects, all have a purpose, a responsibility? How is it that the intelligent human run around, especially in these times? We're going to be saved, we're going to be saved. We're all getting marshmallows and unicorns and mansions. We're going to sit on fucking clouds all day long. How's that possible? Because it's during difficult times that an individual with intelligence and a heart that's filled with the essence of divine life is going to say, I'm going to face these challenging times. I'm going to be responsible for my beingness. I'm going to find solutions. And that being is never going to run around wanting to be saved. He's going to explore, he's going to enjoy creation. And then, unlike the child in the kindergarten, just eating sweets and cake, and he's going to get sick of that cake pretty soon. And before the end of the day, those children are going to be fighting, destroying each other. How is it possible that adults do not realize you take responsibility for your beingness, and instead of running, falling down on your knees, eeny, meeny, wap, wap, pretty words like a parrot, now I'm saved, everything's perfect. How about saying, but listen, how did I get into this difficult situation that now puts me in a place that I feel I need to be saved? It's called self-reflection. It's called growth. It's called improving your beingness. That gives you purpose in this universe of existence. Else there's no purpose for you if you're just going to sit around on a fucking cloud. Because what gets you into the difficult situation where you feel you need to be saved? It's your own choices. It's what you create yourself. What you create, be your creation. So nothing happens to you unless you yourself created that reality. How is it possible that the intelligent human doesn't take responsibility for their lives? Especially with all the truth that has come out. The truth about what's going on our planet. When the simple question can be asked, what does nature do with a useless, fat, ignorant, stupid, arrogant creature, greedy, selfish, that wants to fuck and shit and smoke and drink and lie in its own selfishness and ignorance and arrogance? What's nature going to do with such a being? And then the solution for such a being is, I'm just going to run and fall down on my knees and I'm saved. You're on that disease called arrogance. Now I'm saved. And guess what? It's not taking responsibility for my own beingness. Oh, no. Now all my enemies, because I did nothing wrong, all my enemies are now going to burn. Ooh, they're going to burn. Ooh, this God of mine, he's going to sort them out now. How's this possible? With everything that's happening, we are in the 21st century. And the human calls himself the intelligent one. And this is a question I keep asking myself over and over. And they are the majority on the planet. Especially in these times when you say, I'm taking responsibility for my beingness, I'm finding solutions for my problems, I realize that I'm here because of how I lived my life, the choices I made put me in this situation, and therefore, if I do not change who I am, take responsibility, nothing will change. So it makes sense that a fat, useless being, fucking and shitting and smoking and drinking, in its greed and selfishness and arrogance, it makes sense that such a being, and remember what nature does to these unnecessary essence. There's no purpose. They get exhaled back into the hole. There's no purpose. But it makes sense that these are the beings that now want to run and fall down on their knees, repeat a few pretty words like a parrot, and now they're saved. And then the arrogance, the absolute arrogance. Look at us, we're saved. And then you tell them, but listen, for example, if you're Christian, Jesus saves the thief and the whore as well. And they flip out. They flip out, lose their heads. Because you see, that exposes the lie. I'm not in the special club anymore. It's like sports. They cannot catch a ball. They're useless and fat. They cannot even catch a ball. But when the team wins the game, oh my God, they're standing on mountaintops, preaching to the world, my team won the game. And they act more proud than the team members themselves. So religion is exactly like these sports teams. And the supporters are the same in both clubs. Until you show them the truth. Because then the lie is exposed. When you talk about the whore and the thief, when you tell them, but listen, other sinful beings can now also just repeat a few pretty words, and they also say, oh, no, they're going to hell. What about your enemy? They can also repeat the pretty words and they're saved. No. You see, that's not going to work. It comes back to responsibility, and they have none. They have no responsibility. And they're ignorant, and they're stupid, and then they're arrogant. And the arrogance is the start then of selfishness and the greed, the jealousy and the hate, and the suffering and the fear, everything that follows. How is it possible that we are on this planet and the human, the one that's supposed to be the intelligent one, behaves in this way, especially in these times, running now down, falling down? And every time the lie is exposed, these beings turn into fucking idiots. Because that exposes the lie. But listen, the whore, the murderer, the child rapists, the pedophiles that run the institutions, by the way, the pedophiles, after all the children they raped, can I also just go and say, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. Look how sorry I am. My dick is still wet from a small child, the insides of a small child. But I'm so sorry. 1, 2, 3, repeat the pretty words, and you're saved. You gave your heart to Jesus. You're saved. You're fine. Oh, they flip out. But you see, that exposes the lie. That exposes the lie. That it's all fucking bullshit. There's no such thing as repeating little pretty words and everything's fine, you're going to get saved, you're going to sit on a fucking cloud. There's no such thing. The whole universe shows you, like nature. Even the animals know what happens if they cannot survive in nature. So what's wrong with this human form, the stupidity and the ignorance and then the arrogance? I repeat pretty words like a little parrot. Doesn't matter what I did. And now I'm suddenly safe because I gave my heart No, it's still there. That fucking diseased thing that pumps blood's still there. Oh, but it's now Jesus, and I'm saved. But you see, the lie's been exposed. So how is it still possible that we're sitting with this problem on our planet? Because if you don't change yourself, take responsibility for who you are, nothing's going to change. You can give your balls and your dick to Jesus as well. Nothing's going to change. You're still going to fuck everything on the planet you can because you're useless, undisciplined. You've got no morals and standards. But you see, the lie's been exposed. Which brings us to the selfishness. It's not about their Jesus. It's not about their God. It's just about themselves. It's just about a being, a useless being, a parasite that nature clearly shows takes no responsibility for itself. And there will be consequences, because if you cannot take responsibility for your beingness, creation's going to take care of you. No one's going to sit on a fucking cloud. So there's a big question mark on my face. When did humanity get to this place that this fat, useless, ignorant, absolutely confused in stupidity being repeats a few words, and now they're fucking running around excited because their sports team is going to win, their Jesus is going to come down on a fucking cloud? How's this possible? Because it's simple. Beings that take responsibility for their beingness says, but hey, this doesn't make sense. You fucked a child, you're very sorry. 1, 2, 3, sorry Jesus. I know you're saved, but now there's a bonus. Everyone you don't like is going to fucking burn in some hole. Is this the being that's called human on this planet, which walks around proud with its intelligence, its wisdom, its knowledge? Because that doesn't surprise me then. Doesn't surprise me at all that the parasite in the dark corner has enslaved this righteous, intelligent thing called human. Pretty fucking words. Pretty little fucking words, and everything's fine. So I'm going to remind you, and this process has been put into place a while ago. And you've been warned, human. You've been warned. And you've been shown the truth. About a year ago, you've been shown, but listen, look what's hiding in the dark corner. And it's trying to enslave humanity. And what are these fucking parasites, these ignorant, fat fucks that drink and fuck and steal and lie and only care about themselves, running around arrogant? Their Jesus is coming to save the world, coming to save them. But now the real criminal has shown its face. It's come out of the darkness. And what are these fucking pretty parrots doing? Just repeating pretty more words, more pretty words. Everything's perfect. Believe everything on the little shiny screen and the big shiny, every word. They eat it like that fucking cake, and all the fucking shit they put in their mouths, garbage disposals. How's this possible? This is the human form. Because you've been warned, human. And it's simple. What happens to a useless parasite or creature in creation when it's got no purpose, takes no responsibility, has no respect for other life or other living beings, especially on your planet? Fuck and shit and eat and stink and smoke and ruin the planet and lie, barely surviving in its own filth. And in the arrogance, we're saved, we're going to get saved, and anyone I don't like is going to burn. So you've been warned. But you can relax. You can fucking shit and lie and steal some more. Because the process has been put into motion. And when these words take form in physical existence, you're going to see how beings behave that takes no responsibility and has never taken responsibility for their lives. You're going to see how they behave. When the 4 billion parasites, liars, diseased cowards, confused with power, some kind of power, greedy, arrogant, selfish, hateful, lustful. 4 billion of you are leaving Earth. The universe, all of creation, all of existence has spoken. And the other life in the universe, the other forms of existence in higher dimensions and all over creation in the universe are sick and tired that this type of parasite is running around destroying innocent life. And then the arrogance. I'm saved. The rest are fucked. Because that's the secret. And remember, the whore and the thief and the murderer. Oh, no. The whore is not in the club. That exposes the lie. That shows the truth. How stupid it is. You repeat a few pretty words. And now you're what? Not a fat fuck parasite anymore. Now you're a moral human being. Because what happens now? Just more words. Now these fat fucks, diseased parasites, want to tell the rest of the world how they should live. So human form, hear these words. And if you are a divine being with a beautiful heart, you've got nothing to fear. Know this. You're protected. But these parasites are leaving Earth. 4 billion of them are leaving Earth. They're no longer welcome here. And Earth herself has spoken. Nature has spoken. Creation has spoken. And all other intelligent life, actual intelligence, have spoken. And it's been declared, and it's been intended, and it's now being put into motion. So we are sick and tired of these parasites destroying creation. Because you can help an animal that's been hurt. But you cannot help an arrogant cunt, liar, thief, murderer, rapist that just destroys creation. And then pretty little words, 1, 2, 3, I'm saved again, and they fuck on, destroying creation again. How is it possible that we're even speaking about this? Why am I wasting my time? So this is simple, human. Relax. Have no fear if you've got a beautiful, pure heart. Many of you are ascending, awakening, remembrance of humanity, and you're doing the work. You're doing the work. You're being responsible for your beingness. And you're entering a new earth. It's already been created. A beautiful, beautiful golden age of Aquarius. You're entering that age. But parasite, how many decades and decades and decades have so many intelligent beings been speaking to you, been reminding you, been telling you, listen, change your ways. Even your own Jesus says, take care of your planet, take care of other life, Don't be selfish. Live a life of love and peace. No, 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 no. They give a fuck about Jesus. It's like takeaway. It's like their pizza. I'll have extra cheese. When they order a product, I'll have the blue one. Same with their Jesus and their sports club. Any bits they don't like, they just ignore. So I think maybe they think their Jesus is coming down in a fucking some kind of jet. It's going to drive around in a BMW with his Rolex watch. So this is simple. 4 billion of you are leaving. We call you the non-divine. And we are fucking sick and tired of your way of being. Animals, other life inside and on the earth that's been slaughtered and murdered. You cannot even protect your own children from these pedophiles that run your institutions called churches. Can't even protect your own children because you don't give a fuck. But you're all saved. And now anyone who dares say, but listen, this doesn't make sense. Oh, no, they're going to burn. They're going to burn my fucking fat, diseased ass while I fucking shit and lie and steal and smoke. In secret. Now I'm saved. So fucking human parasite. I'm not even going to waste my time again in the future with this. Note now. 4 billion of your cunts, parasitic cunts, are leaving this planet. And if you are divine soul of divine light, then you shouldn't be listening to this. But no, you are protected. You are entering the golden age. And thank you for taking responsibility for your beingness. Thank you for caring for other beings. And thank you for holding the light, bringing hope and peace and love. Know that we love you. Know that we will see you soon.